Hello everyone, SirMonkeySuit or Zappy here, back again with Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex Season 1. We are on Episode 8, and in the last episode, I don't really need to go into it, because it was a standalone episode, and, they're encompassed in that one episode, so, me going into what happened last episode doesn't really matter, because we're not going to be carrying it on into this episode anyway. Depending on whether or not this episode is a complex one, then I guess I talked about what happened in episode 6 and previously in episode 7, so there's no real reason to go into it other than the fact of the idea that the Laughing Man thing was a seed that was planted 6 years ago in the initial incident for what is happening now, you know what I mean? It was always meant to be so that it could work up to this moment in time for whatever reason. Whoever started the whole Laughing Man thing, I've got my own theories about that, of it being somebody in the political spectrum, in some form or fashion. He's high up, and he's the one that sort of set the thing in motion, for his own gain, I'd imagine. But we don't have any other, any other information other than that, really. So whether this is a complex one or a standalone episode, I don't know, but we can only find out by going and watching it. So yep, we're going to go watch it. So yeah, if you don't want to watch the actual reaction to this episode, then you can do with the link down in the description below. There's also a link to the full length there if you do want to watch it in full and not just the 10-minute version, then the offer is there for you. But yep, nothing else to talk about, so we're going to get in episode 8 and see what we get. So without further ado, let's go. Okay, episode 8, right, really interesting one. This is exactly what I was talking about last episode in regards to standalone episodes, and how they can be used to, to effect of, world building or character development in this case, and more importantly with Motoko herself, because I feel like that's something that we haven't gotten yet. So it's nice to kind of get a sort of, a bit more of her, and the reason, just the way that she sort of thinks, in particular about her, her prosthetic body, because in on one hand you've got the girl at the beginning who had a heart transplant, and her her body is absolutely 100% natural, and then on the other hand you've got a guy who the president of that company, or whoever the hell, basically giving up all of his all of his organs and human body and whatever to become a box robot, which is so weird that he chose that of everything that he could have had. But it's I think Motoko's kind of that sort of in-between, where she still looks like a human and everything like that, which makes me think that she is somebody who almost craves that, or she misses. I wonder if she feels, if she is traumatized by it a bit, because she was the same age, right, or roughly the same age as when she got hers, as that little girl. And they were talking about how that can, traumatize a girl at that age, and yeah, it definitely would, So I wonder if that's something that does actually still affect her to this day, and that's what, she's in a fully prosthetic body that, is practically, you can't tell the difference between that and a human body, It's very, very similar. So it makes me want to learn more about her and why she did get a prosthetic body. Is it to do with health reasons? Was she forced into it? I want to know who gave, who decided, for her that she needed this prosthetic body. I don't know, but yeah, it's kind of it was definitely interesting just to see a sort of look into Motoko, and seeing the way that she thought about it, which is the reason why she taught that guy, that kid, a lesson, by scaring the ever-living shit out of him. Because it kind of hit close to home with her being, roughly the same age as that kid, and probably brought back all of those sort of memories and everything like that. But then realizing the fact that they are med students, and it's not like the worst thing really that they were doing. They were med students. She gave them what she referred to as the police would just give them a slap on the wrist. That's what she, after she taught them a lesson, she was compassionate, and kind of just steered them back onto the right track, because at the end of the day they were med students and they were doing things that were, that could completely ruin their lives, and getting into that sort of, organ trafficking business is not something that they should really be going down. I mean, one of the kids in particular really didn't like. It's like he wasn't fully in on it. Like he didn't initially want to do it maybe, and he was dragged in by the main dude. But I mean, the thing is that what they were kind of doing was taking organs, to obviously sell on, which is obviously the bad part of it. But they said that they were doing it cheaply to people who need them. So it obviously morally to, make a quick, easy buck kind of thing, that's where it's bad. But the fact that they can give it to people who can't afford prosthetics is interesting, and it kind of does in this world mean that a human, like human organs and the human body, is actually still quite prized in this world. Like it's still special in a way, which is definitely just an interesting concept in of itself. Like having a world like this where you can just have a fully prosthetic body, and it's like all the benefits, that you could just have with an artificial body, but yet the one that is natural and everything like that is still special. And it's just an interesting little episode, but really, really cool. So yeah, it was just talking about very much at the beginning of the episode about the black market, and then in relation to possible the mafia overseas, and that was just a crux of that the mafia never came into play in this episode, but they had it there as just a little inkling, maybe like a red herring as to what was going on for half the episode. But it was fine in the end. And wiping memories and shit like that, fucking hell. I mean, that's part of the morally bad part of it as well. Aside from just selling organs to for profit, wiping people's memories and shit like that to get out there. But yeah, oh god. So yeah, I also like the fact of using radio signals as well to affect the technology and everything like that, and the way that it's facing. It's great. It's like you're using. It's just. I love cyberpunk shit, man, because it's all the technology and how it works and everything, and hacking. Essentially, you're just hacking through the air by using the radio waves to affect the cars and everything that was in front, and then getting them to just veer off and whatnot. So yeah, really, really cool. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I've got. It was just an interesting sort of insight into Motoko more than anything. This episode, very heavily just character development on her part. So I'm excited to get more into her as a character and whatnot, because I think there's a lot there that's just obviously hasn't been told yet. So so I can't wait for that. But yeah, I mean, that's all I've got. Also, Bato getting hacked into, so he punches, she forces him to punch himself in the face. It's great. It's awesome. I mean, it's interesting as well. He was talking, he's sat there doing, exercises and stuff. But doesn't he have a fully prosthetic body as well? So what? It's weird that he would be doing that. But Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got. So thank you, Evan, for watching. If you do want to get access to episode 9 and 10 right now, you can do by becoming an early access tier patron, and you get it obviously a week early. There's also full length over on my Patreon as well. If you do want to watch these in full and not just the 10-minute cut version, then that is a tier that you can go and get as well. And there's also the exclusive tier as well, where you can get access to movie reactions and things like that. I don't have any movie reactions so far other than My Hero Academia 2 Heroes, but that's available for everyone. But from now on, movie reactions and everything like that will be a part of that tier. So yeah, you can go have a look at those, see what they offer. There's also a link to the Discord as well. If you do want to get over there, then you can do. But that's all I've got. So thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.